Hello, Jesse.
Hello.
Howard. Howard Lansing, remember?
Howard, of course. I'm sorry. My mind is someplace else.
Oh, say, a million miles away.
No, in the cafeteria.
Oh, hi. Hi, Howard. Hi. Jesse, are there any messages?
Yes, you have a couple. There you are.
Thank you.
Hello. Lesley.
Hello, Lesley.
Just the woman we're looking for.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, I was supposed to meet with you. Would you mind awfully if we made a little bit later?
Well, no, of course not.
Okay. I just don't think I could, face talking about Rick right now. Gail, I think maybe you might want to go into the cafeteria to Monica. She's sort of falling apart. Steve.
If you don't mind, I'll find out what's wrong.
Yeah, you go right ahead. We can talk later.
Monica?
Hi.
I can see something's bothering you.
Oh.
Care to talk about it?
No, it's nothing. It's nothing. I think it was a sleepless night that did me.
Storm kept you awake?
Yeah, it's really foolish. You know, I'm a grown woman, and I mean, there's no reason for me to be afraid of storms like that anymore.
Well, Monica, it was during a terrible storm that you gave birth to your son. Storms are bound to remind you of what a close call it was for you and the baby.
I wasn't really thinking of that.
I'm sure you're suffering aftershock.
Yeah, perhaps you're right.
But your baby will be going home soon, and it'll make a big difference. Well, I know it hasn't been easy on you, Monica. I mean, you haven't been able to hold him, take care of him.
I miss that.
You know, once he's out of that incubator for good, your life's going to have a whole different meaning, a new meaning.
Yes, I've been thinking that once we got the baby home, that things would be a lot different.
Meanwhile, I'm going to insist that you take some time off. Stay home and recuperate.
Steve, no, wait,
I want you to do it immediately.
No, I want it to work, Steve. I have to work.
What you have to do, young lady, is take care of yourself.
Please, Steve, please let me work. I mean it. Well, I need to be close to the baby.
All right, then. We'll wait until the baby goes home. Then you're going to take a leave of absence, and you're going to take care of yourself and the baby the way a mother should.
Monica?
Yeah?
Hi.
Glad you're here. You're just the person that Monica needs right now.
I'll take over, Steve.
Monica, I'm sure Alan will want you home, too. So you can be alone with the baby.
Well, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back again.
I better get started on the liquor stock for tonight.
It's freezing in here, Luke.
I'll turn the heat up.
How dare you? How dare you do that to me?
It was a mistake, Laura. I'm sorry. It was a mistake.
I don't believe you. And you said that you were going to protect me?
No, I will. I will
Some
protect...
protection, Luke. I mean, how can I expect to get any kind of protection from a man who'd do what you did to me?
Laura, that was a mistake. Now listen to me. I
am not going to listen to you. How do I know that you didn't just make this whole thing up? How do I know that you didn't bug my phone? See, I don't know anything for certain. As a matter of fact, I am going to go to Scotty and I'm going to tell him everything, bar exam or no bar exam.
You do that and you're going to put his life in danger too.
Then I will go to Lee. He will know what to do, and they wouldn't dare touch a man like Lee Baldwin.
Don't be a fool. Nobody is above them. It's not just Smith. It's an entire organization. And they play for keeps. Nobody is going to be safe if you tip this thing, Laura. Not even Lee Baldwin. Laura, I'm not I'm not asking you to trust me anymore. I'm telling you, you have to trust me for your own survival.
Hello, Luke. Hello, Mrs. Baldwin. I'd heard this was going to be Laura's first day back at the disco, but I never dreamed to see her here at this hour.
Well, I told you she'd be back. She's very reliable, sir.
Oh, it would certainly seem so. Laura, now that you're part of the family, so to speak, we want to try and make you as happy and comfortable as possible, so you'll want to stay. I'm sure it's going to be a long and pleasant association. Oh, now, if you'll excuse us, Luke and I have some business to conduct in his office.
Here now, you drink this cup of hot tea.
Thanks.
Monica, I just don't understand Lesley. I mean, what would make her say those kind of things to you?
Well, she thinks that she is second best. Always has been.
She said that to you?
That's the way she feels.
Poor Lesley. I really feel sorry for all of you.
Especially Rick. I know why he's quitting his head in cardiology. Gail, it's because he doesn't want to run into me. He doesn't want to see me, assisting in surgery. You know, really, the best thing would be for me to resign it. Then I could get out of everybody's life.
Oh, Monica, don't talk such nonsense. Now, listen, you can't just throw your career away like that, and I don't think Rick wants to do that either. But if he does, that's his business. You have got to think of yourself, and you've got to start thinking rationally.
I can't think rationally about anything anymore.
What? Oh, Mitch. With Governor Stevens and Frank Smith in your corner, you can't possibly lose. It's incredible. Your first time out with a new bill and you're a winner. This really has been our day, hasn't it? First Alan and then Mr. Smith.
Are you going to go through with what you planned?
Getting the blood test out of the hospital files? You bet I am.
Okay, you be really careful, okay?
I intend to. Look, I gotta make it back to the hospital and start making my plans.
Okay, I'm going to stay here and just finish my coffee.
Okay, take your time. Tell Susan how pleased I am for her.
I will. Okay, now I want you to tell me exactly what you've been doing, huh?
Mitch, leave me alone. I have work to
You're
do.
gonna sit down here. You're gonna tell me what you've been doing behind my back.
Well, aren't you the one? You're acting more like a jealous husband than a very foolish lover who also has a wife to account to. Just where do you get off cross-examining me about my personal life?
We made plans together.
Yeah.
We made plans to have a life together.
Well, forgive me if I don't sit around in anticipation holding my breath, huh? Look, you married the Quartermain fortune. What's to stop me from marrying the Smith fortune? The gentleman happens to be treating me very nicely, Mitch. Very nicely indeed. With no pressures of any kind. He's treating me like a lady, which is quite a change. And you know what? I like it. I like it a lot. So just what do you intend to do about that? I apologize for having kept you waiting.
Well, that's all right, dear. Howard and I had some things to go over anyway.
I guess everything's just catching up with me.
Well, Lesley, I shouldn't wonder, but don't worry. Lee and I are going to take care of the mortgage payments while you and Rick are temporarily separated.
Thank you, Howard, but I'm not at all sure that it's temporary.
Well, now, of course it is. Both of you need a little time, that's all.
Oh, I think Rick needs more than time. He seems to need a whole new life. And a new world. You know, he's moved down to the waterfront.
Oh, Lesley, I'm sure that's temporary, too.
Well, at any rate, thank you. Yes, thank you for making the mortgage payments.
Well, Rick did insist on that, and I think it's only right.
And I am going along with it, but I do feel he should be living in that house. That is his family's house. And he's always loved it. It's always meant just the world to him. Well, I guess he just doesn't want any more reminders.
Lesley, Rick wanted me to ask you if there are any other things that you'd like for him to pay. And if there are, you just tell me, and we'll include them. Huh?
No, I'm taking care of everything else.
Well, if you can think of anything, you let me know. Rick would like it that way.
Well, I like it this way.
All right, fine. Now, you do understand that these papers Howard and I have drawn up are in no manner a legal separation.
Oh, yes, I understand that. I do.
All right. Oh, well, I'll talk to you later.
And I'll talk to you later. I want to stay and talk to Lesley.
All right, fine. And keep your chin up.
Mm-hmm.
Lesley, this came by mistake to the Metropolitan Club. It was forwarded there, and it's addressed to you. And I picked up and thought I'd bring it to you.
Looks like a bill. It's not a bill. It's, an estimate on some work I wanted to have done.
What kind of work?
These people were recommended to me. They do work that keeps very fine old furniture just in perfect condition. And I had wanted to have that desk that belonged to Rick's father restored for him. I just forgot about it, you know, with the separation and all, and it's too late now because he has it with.
Lesley.
Oh, it's so dumb. A piece of paper can do that.
I'm sorry. If I'd known, I'd never brought it over.
No, I'm gonna cry. It's all right. It really is, you know. I just had forgotten about it, that's all. It's okay. Really, Howard, everything is okay. It's good. I'm glad that he has his father's desk with him. It just means that there's one link still to the world he used to love.
That's right. Remember, no matter how hard he tries, Rick is never going to be able to change the kind of man he is, basically.
Hi, honey. Did you talk to Monica?
For what good it did.
Well, what's going on inside that girl?
What isn't going on inside that girl?
It's that bad.
It's terrible, Lee. The awful look of fear in her eyes.
Well, what's she afraid of? Is Alan threatening her, hurting her?
No, she says he hasn't. I think it's her own fear. I think it's her deep-rooted fear that the truth is finally going to come out.
You mean the night she spent with Rick?
Oh, Lee, we both have suspected for a long time that that baby is not Alan's.
Oh, Gail, now.
No, we both.
Honey.
It probably belongs to Rick.
Now, don't, please. I just hate to think where that might lead.
I don't care what the architect says. He just designed the joint. He doesn't have to dance in there. I want that extra bank of lights. Is that clear? Okay. Fine. Thank you. I'm sorry about that, sir. It's very difficult to make the arrangements for the Las Vegas opening over the phone.
I say you're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you. It will be ready, but I just want to make sure it's right.
Jennifer's looking forward to the opening. I hope you are, too.
Oh, very much.
Speaking of my daughter, I had a very interesting conversation with her last night. I had no idea your relationship with Jennifer had progressed so far.
She's a wonderful lady.
And you're a fine young man, Luke. But, to use an old-fashioned expression, I just want to make certain that your intentions are honorable.
Oh. Well, my intentions are honorable enough to make sure that Jennifer doesn't make a mistake, sir. She's very young, and she is vulnerable despite her sophisticated talk.
You read her very well. And, of course, I don't want you to make a mistake either. But I know that you're smart enough to realize that an alliance with the family would only do good to your career.
Yes, I'm sure.
I see big things ahead for you with me and the organization. Believe me, Luke, I'm quick to reward as well as to punish.
Sir, I'm aware of that. I've seen it in operation.
Of course, I don't like to punish people at all, really. Take the Baldwin girl. I'd be very unhappy to find out that she's not the sweet, innocent girl that you think she is. In fact, I wonder if she really isn't a real threat to the organization. If that were the case, I'd...
Sir, are you telling me that her life is in danger?
I'm simply telling you, Luke, that I want no slips, no miscues. Neither Laura Baldwin nor anyone else is above the organization.
Mr. Smith, Making a move against Laura Baldwin would be making a very big mistake. You'd be hitting against the core of a respected family. It's dangerous.
It's equally dangerous not to obey orders. Never underestimate me or the people above me. She'd better be clean and stay clean. Understand?
Yes, sir.
I like you, Luke. And Jennifer is more than interested in you, but I always have to think first of the safety of the organization. Remember that, my boy.